The
Hey, I got my
Trevor
boy
Jackson
Cam back
Podcast.
on the Trevor Jackson podcast for part two, man. How you doing today, my brother?
Man, I'm doing great, enjoying being alive and living life the best as I can. And it's early in the morning here in Germany. So if y'all tuning in, Guten Morgen, and if you tuning in to, well, in the States it's in the morning too, huh?
Man, it's 5:07 a.m. We conducting this situation, my
Woo!
brother.
That's what I'm saying. We feeling good. The grind don't stop, y'all. It's a pleasure to be here on the Trevor Jackson Podcast Show.
Hey man. Well, I'm gonna play us a record to get the vibe going or whatever before we get into the conversation, man.
But wet we guzzle. Chris Lighty lit me in a few times with nines. That's on God.
How you feel
Wish
about that
would've
Nas,
walked by
that new
and brought me
Nas
harder
that's out right
just.
now?
Look at me wrong. My chain on. Try to book me, you gone. Goons, Italian leathers. Couple bottles of Dom. Took risks. This ain't what you want. There's rules to this.
Yeah. And now didn't change up his flow or nothing.
Hey, how you feel about that new Nas right now, Cam?
Actually, it's funny. My homie just came by a couple of days ago, and he said, "Did you hear the dude Nas on?" But I've seen the little like blogs and stuff like that he teamed up with Hit Boy, so I was actually more motivated to listen to it because I'm a big Nas fan. But I ain't gonna lie, the last album I ain't really care for. That double disc is probably the one I really was still bumping. I don't know the name of it, but he had his dad featured on there.
Oh yeah.
But it was a double disc. So I like that one. But so I listened to King's Disease maybe a couple of days ago. At first, I was like, hit the first song. I was like, all right. And then I hit the next one. Then by 2 hours later, I realized I was listening to every track for track and had to go back and listen to the intro.
Hit Boy did a fool on that thing, man. Hit Boy did.
Yeah, and I don't know if he did every track or not. I didn't look at it that close, but if he did, that's crazy. If he worked with some other people, but I think he did majority of it. But still, that collaboration is dope. And how Nas did his thing lyrically, all that stuff. And then they matched it up with that younger kind of modern sound, as opposed to I think what he did with the other album. It kind of was when people can they can hear it on the ears, the beat, and then he actually spitting. And so I know a lot of younger folks probably don't even know the history about Nas, but yeah, Nas is one of the golden era.
This album is so crazy to me, even though we talking about Cam right now, but this album's so crazy to me, fam. It's just like Hit Boy did the production, so it's like the new school, the old school, it's all blending. It's just a beautiful thing. It's just a great record.
Yep, and a shout out to whoever engineered that thing too.
Yeah, they showed out. But you know, like I don't know if you had this already in progress or whatever, but the ending of part one of the interview that we did the last time, I said on there, when we come back for part two, we're gonna have to talk about the different cultures of eating from Germany and the United States. And I didn't know that you had cooking under the influence. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So that started because I always cook and I'm always eating. I'm always at different restaurants and stuff. Everybody know I like food. Mm-hmm. So my homie Corey Wilson, he did a lot of videos for me, whatever, does my photo shoots. And he said, he came over one time, I was just making beats and I was doing exactly what the first episode was, but we just redid it. But he was just like, let's just give it a shot, do this one. And then we did the first episode. And after that, people was like, this is dope. Y'all need to keep going. But at the same time, I'm the type of guy that stay in my lane. So I ain't no chef. So I was just like, how about we go to restaurants and we go to different artists and stuff. And then they show their favorite, how they cook their meals or whatever. Cause I'm a badass. I can fry chicken wings, you know what I'm saying? So I got one episode. So we did that, and it just kept growing. And so as we kept putting together different episodes, we just started building the team and everything. So we got drones and we got all the professional stuff. And somebody asked me a real important question. Older cat, he said, "Man, what you need to do is when you own your equipment, so you don't have to rent it." But I was like, "Man, we do own it." So like all the cameras and stuff is part of the team, the sound, the music we're doing, and the creativity of putting the jokes in there and how the show should be, and we adjust it to whoever we're interviewing. So that's why it's called Cooking Under the Influence. Yeah. So it's whatever influence that the chef or the guest is under. So we got a gospel episode coming up. Just everything, like we under the influence of anything that makes you be who you are. So if you got a business and you like to cook, we come in and we're going to support your business. We're going to put your links, your pictures, your everything. It's all about whoever we interview. And I'm just a host.
Yeah.
And so it's going good. We're on the 10th episode. We're recording the 10th episode tomorrow. But yeah, in the food culture, I would say it's not as seasoned as the South.
Yeah.
But they kind of eat a lot of they eat a lot of pork, potatoes, this
Sausage.
main sausage, bratwurst, sauerkraut.
Yeah.
That's like I don't even know what that is. It really is. I think it's like cabbage
Yeah, it's like
soaking like
cabbage soaked in vinegar or something like that. Something like that. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, but you know better than me because I heard you be chefing it up too. But but yeah, so in different regions, it's almost like the beer. Like every town have their own beer. Every like region has their own version of sauerkraut or the way they do it. You might have a purple one or a white cabbage or blend. But I mean, you get used to it. But yeah, the food, yeah, they eat pretty heavy over here. A lot of pommes frites. That's French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, currywurst, bratwurst. And then my favorite, everybody knows the schnitzel.
Schnitzel, yeah, I heard about that. Bratwurst and schnitzel, is that what they eat? Like, do that go together?
They eat a lot of stuff. I mean, you would like it because it's just like the South. Well, you vegan now, but if my meat eaters out there, it's like a big pork chop, basically.
Okay, schnitzel. It's
just a thinner. Chop. Yeah, it's thinner without the bone. They fry it. You can have the Ram schnitzel, the Jaeger schnitzel, any type of schnitzel. And basically the schnitzel is the meat part. So the Ram is the type of sauce, and the Jaeger is a different type of sauce. It doesn't have alcohol. The Jaeger schnitzel does not have alcohol, y'all.
So like, I don't know the language. So what is Jaeger? What do you consider Jaeger? What, like, I know the name drink Jägermeister, but you said that it's a sauce Jaeger.
Yeah, and I haven't done the investigation about that yet. I just know it doesn't have any alcohol and it doesn't taste like anything like Jägermeister. It's like a brown mushroom sauce.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna have to find out who Jaeger is. Jaeger might be somebody.
So, like, after the end of the first podcast, we was talking about the difference of the food cultures. Then I look up a month later. I said, "Dang, my boy got a whole show about cooking now." So
yeah, man, we went to Chef Flavor, Chef Flavor and Fresh. They have it's a American duo. They here representing. One is in the military, one's retired, I believe. But they cook here the American style, and we went, man. They ordered a tomahawk steak. They did tomahawk steak. They did the fried chicken, of course. But yeah, so they representing the African American culture too. So that was cool. That episode, we went to a Mexican restaurant. We had different singers from over here that they tour around Italy and everywhere, all around Europe, and they really close friends. So it was like the concept made sense because my homie had the idea, and he's kind of new here. So he was just like, man, everybody know you, so can you be the host? And I was just like, boom. So we just did it as a team. Really, we ain't started with no money, like nothing. We started from zero, right in my house, making beats, going from scratch. Like, let's see what it do.
And
people are popping. Yeah, and it just started popping out. So we're going to like Frankfurt next week. We're hitting. That's the first big city we're going to. That's going to be episode 11. But yeah, just the organizing and doing that is really simple. Working with a close team. We don't have a big circle, but I work easier with a small circle.
Germany is a country or a continent. It ain't a continent. It's a country, ain't it?
Germany is the country inside of Europe. And
Frankfurt is the capital.
I believe Berlin is the capital.
Berlin, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I like to learn, Kamm, and I appreciate, you know what I mean, you coming on giving me the knowledge, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, you good, man. I try to give as much as I can, and I'm the same way. I learn something new every day. Still.
Yeah. You got to. We ain't never too old enough to learn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I kind of like this process. It's kind of stepping away from the music. But I'm still doing the music on the side. But when I get into this element, I'm just hosting and meeting the people and seeing how they cook, and I'm intrigued with that type of stuff too. Seeing how, like, I fry chicken a lot, and I've heard about the mustard on it, but the dude soaked it in mustard, and I was like, oh, and then he's like, that's how the season stick. I was like, thank you.
Okay. I wonder if he sees it in liquid mustard or in powdered mustard, because they have powdered mustard seasoning also.
He had the liquid mustard straight out the bottle that you normally put on your hot dog or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did it like that, but I'm pretty sure that worked too. I'm pretty sure that's good too. But I'm gonna be trying the mustard seed powder or the mustard, because that stuff was delicious.
That's what's up, man. And
they had my other camera
with that show, dog, because I see Kamm on Food Network.
Man, we just got hit up by a dude in the States saying he's going to take all the episodes. But it's like I see it almost like the music business. Like now people are coming like with different business ventures and coming out of the woodworks. They see you doing something. So you always got to keep your eyes open when you're doing something positive to make sure you keep that tightly wrapped.
Yeah.
And don't know. It's good. Like I've done it long enough where I learned to get constructive criticism, and I learned to see where if somebody's coming in for some other reasons. But yeah, it's just keeping your eyes open, and we still working to make it get to that platform. But yeah, it's open. Like we control it, everything. So the possibilities are endless.
It's crazy you said that people are coming now. And that's a good way for me to segue into a question I was going to ask you about the music business, cause like you got to take those strategies that you learned from the music business and everything that you do now, because like the same way you could get a record deal, it's the same way somebody could come with a television situation and try to get you under contract. And you know what I'm saying? The places where we met each other at in the South, guys are that's all they're striving for is to get a record deal. And Kamm done attained a record deal.
Yeah.
So tell them guys what they should expect if you can, or what they should do. Should they stay independent? What they should expect when they sign that contract on that deal or whatever?
The first thing I'll say, what I learned is when you sign that contract, you pretty much signing to work harder than you were working before when you signed it, because you sign into certain obligations. You have to stick to it. The amount of singles you release and this. So if you're that type of person that understands the contract and all that stuff, is cool. But if you're not willing to work with anybody or collaborate, it's not a smart move, because you have to work with these people. Once you sign that thing, like for me, I have to finish the contract.
Yeah.
Like I signed it for 10 years. But in my contract, you have to read every part, and my contract looked like a sketchbook because there's so many X's and this is what I ain't doing, this is what I'm doing. And the person who signs you pretty much knows you. Like, so who I signed was, I'm blessed that he's almost like my brother. So we had a little ups and downs, a little falling out, but we also grown enough to straighten it out and continue working. But yeah, the main thing is understanding that contract, know exactly what it means, because when I started, like it's like you have main words in every little business, like that people just automatically shoot around. Like then it makes it sound like they know what they're talking about. Like you automatically know, I need this copywriter. I need a manager. I need a publicist. And these are just words that, and I'm saying from my perspective, because I used to do it.
Yeah.
I had no clue what these people were supposed to be doing.
What their job was.
But I knew the names. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I need that. And then I had all that. Then I was like, where is this? And so I was learning at the same time what each person did. And I was like, well, I kind of do that. I was like, I really don't need an engineer, or I don't need a producer, or I need this. I need a distribution. So understanding the lingo, pretty much. Don't go around saying it if you don't know what it is, because some people don't have a good heart. They just know they have to get you, and they're like, oh, this guy don't know, and they'll sign it. I mean, they'll let you sign it. But yeah, just being aware of what you sign, and yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, just be aware of what you sign, and when you do sign, you're gonna have to work double time, because you're gonna still want to do what you want to do. You gotta have that work ethic. Because I was still putting out mixtapes. They told me not to do mixtapes. I did 3 mixtapes with them.
You want to do what you want to do, and you got to do what you're obligated to at the same time.
Yeah, you got to be able to do that. So while I was doing those mixtapes, I was doing original songs on the side, like working with pop artists in Romania, going on Spain promo tours with different pop boy bands that was on the label and stuff like. So I had to still do that, but they saw me working kind of double time, because I'll come home and make beats do the track outs, all that stuff, write the song, record it on my laptop here, send it to them, make sure they then go up there, record to some more stuff, and I'll be still writing on the train going up there. And so it was just like you gotta be working. Even if they did an original song, and I'm like, I ain't feeling that original track, I'll do it. But at the same time, I'm gonna record like 3 or 4 tracks that I like after that, and then I'm gonna release those, and then they can do what they want to do with the. Yeah, but that's how I did it. And my one of my close friends, we were just talking yesterday because I had an incident this weekend where I don't really go out that much, and I ended up having to go out, and I had to be out. And I was like, maybe a few years ago, I got stabbed in the head by just walking around the city. So the dude that was with me, close friend, he was just like, I don't understand why you don't like being, because something happened where I wasn't supposed to be down there. And I was like, man, and he started laughing because I was taking taxis everywhere to the corners. But I had a flashback, like, I'm not even trying to be in that situation no more. Like, again, like I haven't been in that area in a long time like that. So just keeping your mind focused, knowing what you're doing. When you sign that record contract, you got to know exactly, you got to be responsible for, like, you got to be responsible for your health, your image, everything is there.
Yeah,
how you present yourself.
Your health and your protection and all of that. That's wild once you sign that contract. Because people depending on you.
Yeah, they depending on you. And then if something happens, like, man, I was a wild boy. But I was supposed to be at Sessions. They picked me up at the hospital. I was supposed to do a show with Lil Jon in Spain. Messed around, broke my leg. They was picking me up. My mom calling the manager, y'all better get him back to Germany.
Well, you've been a wild boy.
Yeah. Oh, I know it, man. I be telling people stories and they look at me and I'm like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But hey, it's you'll know if you down in it for a reason or if it's a purpose. But yeah, like my friend said, she was just like, some artists be like, Kamm, how'd you get your start? But I used to run in DJ booths when I got back over to Germany, like with my music. And like I said, like I had like 5 seconds to have that mic and get control over the crowd before the security come running up. So by the time I run up in the DJ booth, grab the mic, and boom, let's turn it up, or whatever I got to do to get that crowd to get their hands up before the security gets to me. That was my objective. So by the time security gets to me, I look at the crowd and the crowd's responding, and security leave me alone. So I did that for like maybe 5 to 6 clubs. And so after I would leave, there's like 3 DJs in there. One of them would at least hit me back and it was just like, man, how can I find your music? When can I drop your next song? So then the next time I come in the club, I can walk in the DJ booth and they play my next band and they play it and then I'm out of there. So I just work, and that was without the label. So you have to have that initiative, that self confidence or whatever. But
that's crazy if you can obtain the crowd within 5 to 10. 5 seconds. You said 5. I'm trying to make up something by saying 10. You said 5 seconds.
No, you got 5 6 because that security's coming.
Hey, something you said. You said something previously that I wanted to touch on. You said that you work with pop artists, and a lot of people like. Most of the time, there's people that's listening to my podcast. They into hip hop and R&B or whatever. So I know what pop is. I know it's a few artists that's pop, but what is Kamm's definition of pop music?
I would say, the original name comes from popular music.
Yeah,
that's why I said pop. But I would say that steady 4 on the floor beat, or whatever. The popular sounds, let's say who's a pop person right now? Right now, I would put Miley Cyrus in the pop when she ain't rap. But like nowadays, you can go so many ways because like to me, rap is R&B to me. Some of the rappers are singing more on these hard beats.
All of them singing in auto-tune now.
Yeah. So it's like that's R&B, but I'm not that one, but we come from a different music era. But yeah, that pop is like these boy bands out here, and they still have those teeny groups over here. They still wearing they Jodeci outfits, but
with the Jodeci boots.
The pop sound is they have that European sound, that worldly sound, and it's not necessarily tacky. I don't do pop music, but they call me and sometimes I do just writing for them. like songwriting for some pop songs. Like they asked me because you can sing, but you still have to know harmonies and stuff. And so that's my background is where my whole family does music. So I also went to school to learn about it. But just having an ear for it. But that pop music, yeah, is that Justin Timberlake.
Would you consider Drake pop?
Else? I did, see now Drake. That's a different. He's all arounder.
Is that a
Drake
word?
Drake can get on a pop song. Huh?
Is that a word, Cam? You said all around.
If it ain't, I just made it. I told y'all this early, man. But yeah, he's an all arounder. Cause it depends what song Cause I heard songs and I'm like, man, who is that? They were like Drake. Then I hear somebody rapping. I'm like, man, that dude's spitting. That was Drake. I'm like, okay, dang, he do everything. He do reggae. He do pop. He do hip hop.
Island music.
He been on some gutter rap tracks.
Grunge music. What's the new sound the new sound called drill music?
Yeah, drill music.
Yeah, he got a drill England like sound with Fabio Foreign on his latest release, and it sounds like a real England sound, dark, heavy.
Wow, so is drill music? Is that another genre? Is that a new one? Or see, because I'm over here. The last that I know about drill music is the Chicago.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the new drill music is New York rappers rapping over heavy, dark England beats, like German type. Yeah, that your sound that you was creating when I met you is heavy in New York right now.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Because I had a friend. He was a journalist in England a long time ago. I forgot the company he worked for, but he used to play me so many different type of trap, dubstep. Because a lot of that dubstep came from England. That dubstep, that garage music, that all that the patterns came from England, from them DJs. And it's crazy how you talked about, because I was looking at a unsung documentary about the Chicago house sound. And when the dude Frankie Knuckles went to England, a lot of the Brits and stuff was taking the music and redoing it.
Oh,
and so that's how it just came back to America. So Frankie Knuckles started a lot of that.
That's crazy.
Was it Frankie Knuckles? Or Frank Knuckles, something like that, but he passed. But he was, a major house DJ in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he said it got so saturated, he went to England. This was a long time. This was like this 80s, 70s, 80s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's learning. But like I said, I look at all the documentaries, learning every day or something about different music and musicians. Or sometimes I watch about the animals in the ocean if I want to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like the sounds I think are just coming around the world, and people the younger generation are hearing new stuff from this side, and then saying New York, like that's the birth of hip hop. So I can see how that goes.
Well, if you think about it nowadays, the world is actually small. Like when we was young and before it was internet, we used to think the world was big, but the internet has made the world small. My opinion of it.
Yep, it is. And it's just like the town I moved to, Ramstein, Germany is like the biggest military air base or whatever. But when I got here, I was like, man, somebody else told me, they was like, this is the biggest, the smallest air base. Because it's kind of, you start running around the same circle. And when you're on a certain schedule, your daily schedule, you start running around the same people that's on that same daily schedule.
Yeah.
Or nightly schedule, kind of. But yeah. But yeah, the music, I would say that, the pop sound is big, and that's crazy because the drill, like when you said it, I was like, I'm thinking like
Chicago.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with trap. When that came back out, like everybody was like, you ain't heard trap yet? And I was like, what you mean? I've been heard trap. I was like, Jeezy, T.I., all of them. They was like, nah, it's a different trap out there. I was like, okay, it's a bigger sound.
Yeah, it's a global trap now, like the EDM type trap.
Yeah. Waka Flocka stepped into that genre.
Have you heard of the artist Pop Smoke?
Yeah. I don't know what he be saying, but he got that song everybody be saying in the club. I'll be right there with him.
Now,
something to party.
How does that? If you listen to a couple of his songs back to back, how does his production sound to you? Like that doesn't sound like American production to me.
It's it sounds like that. Like when I heard that, I jammed it. Like I wasn't really even paying attention to what he was saying because it sounds like the England sound or the French production.
Yeah. And that's the New York
because
drill. That's the New York drill.
Wow. Yeah, because when I heard it, something so up I was like,
welcome to the party. I got the I'm getting retarded. That's what he was saying, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what he's saying right now. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, I don't know what it is. But now even when I DJ now, it's on my playlist.
Yeah, yeah. So, Kamm.
But yeah, I mean, them sounds is dope.
Yeah, yeah. Them sounds the world's small now, and everything is just blended. The whole world is just.
I kind of like it though, I kind of like it though.
So, what all instruments do you play though, Kamm? I know you know what I'm saying. You're a beast in the production world. So, what all instruments can Kamm just pick up and say, "Let's do it"?
I can just give me a keyboard. I can play the piano, and I can play the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And I teach drum lessons. But the way I started playing the piano, because my mom's a band teacher, and she still teaches. She teaches band to this day. She's been teaching for like 30-something years. But she started me on the piano, but I was too busy by it. Like I was always moving and stuff and wasn't paying attention. She was always give me that quick mom plug. Bow, pay attention. Pay attention. So then my dad suggested the drums, and my mom was like, no, nobody was going to play the drums in the house. Nobody's going to play the drums in the house. So one Christmas I got the drums, and she seen how serious I took it. I was practicing and playing every day. Mm-hmm. Every minute I could get, and she was just like, "Okay, you gonna do this." So as I got older, she took the steps to put me in the right programs and stuff because I was like, I just want to play the drums and go make some money. She was like, "No, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna learn how to read music, and then you can make more money." So having that guidance had me stick with music. But yeah, I started on the piano, learning the scales and stuff, and then I was putting together my own chords and then listening to other styles of music. And I would just run back to the piano and hit one key, and then once you hit one piano key, you just find the next chord that match with it. It's putting together. It's like filling out a coloring book.
Yeah.
If it don't go, it don't go. If you cover over the line, get back in line.
Oh man. So like I heard you say that you teach drum classes or whatever in a school.
Mm-hmm.
So can anybody come to this class and get taught, or is it a certain age group or a certain style?
I had the ages all open. I started drum lessons for beginners. You can find it on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Drum lessons for beginners. But I started in Japan like 2007, and so I started doing it with the community center. And so I did have an age group or an age limit. But then I started realizing some of the older folks that had a love for music and I guess didn't have the encouragement. They pick it up a little bit later on, so they wanted to do it too. So now I have my own business license here in Germany to teach drum lessons. So I opened it up to all ages. So the minimum I'll say 6, because when I was in Japan, this kid, his pops came up to me, of course, in the church, and he said, "My son plays the drums, but can you teach him?" And he said he's 6, and I was just like, "Oh man, okay, I got to check him out."
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I came to church the next Sunday. The kid was playing the drums.
Oh,
I couldn't tell if it was an adult and I was like, "Man, who is that?" And he was like, "That's my son." And I was like, "What do you need me to teach him?" Because he was doing. But when I saw how he was playing, I said, "Okay, I got you." Because this kid could play. This was like natural talent. All I taught him was basically the right form, how to sit in your chair, like the correct play. Because he was playing like I was out. We had the beat, we good. So I was just teaching him how to hold the sticks, the right size sticks. What type of drum heads he was playing, the size of the cymbals, different techniques, different genres. So where I took off with him was almost like taking off with somebody that's been playing for 10 years already. So it's just different. So that's why I made it acceptable to 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, because I also taught preschool for 5 years. I was the lead preschool teacher.
Yeah.
So I had 3-year-olds to 5-year-olds. So, and I'm an active person anywhere. So it was like, as long as you have energy. So I created different ways of teaching. So we have like drum, like I have quarter notes or something. I'll put the notes around the room and I hide the notes and we got to march to the beat, to the metronome, until we find all the right notes and stuff. And so I just come up with different ways to keep those kids engaged of learning. And then by the time they put them sticks in their hands and they playing them drums, they have the right technique. Their parents are happy. They learning. They having fun learning. And I feel like I get something. I'm giving back, and get something. You're doing something positive. And then I've had some students that just didn't have a rhythm bone in their body. And and I've done like a month with them, and I just had to speak to the parents like, hey, you might want to do piano, or you might want to maybe even take them on the soccer field.
Yeah.
But so you have to be straight up with some of these parents that he's gonna be a drummer, he's gonna play every instrument. But no, it's not like that. It's I make it a fun, and it's 30 minutes per lesson once a week. So we're not here all day looking at paperwork. But yeah, it's cool. So and I got a music room downstairs.
You would teach a man of my age how to play the drums, couldn't you?
Yeah. I taught. I would say, well, I'm not gonna put your age out there, but I taught an older cat.
I was born in 1980. I'm cool, fam. Of course.
Yeah, so I'm only 7 years younger. I was born in '87.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I taught older folks, but in that part too, I can make the lessons a little bit longer because they have the patience to sit down, and I can show them how to write up the music staff and put the common time signature or with 3/4 time, or what the signs are, and they have the patience to sit there, and I could teach to them. With the kids is more active, more activities. You know what I'm saying? To get them to learn mentally, because they playing the drums. I already know it. If you want to play the drums, you are hyper. You have some type of brain power where you keep moving, because that's how I was.
Can a person injure themselves playing the drums? Because that's why you got to teach them how to hold the sticks right and because if you bring them too high, you get excited, you pop yourself in the eye, or if you holding the stick wrong, it can lead to later damage when you get older, like arthritis and stuff like that. If you're playing wrong, your legs, if you're not controlling the bass pedal right. But that comes with learning the right steps, because when you learn the right steps, you start gaining your own custom way of playing, and then you have the knowledge like, okay, this is not the right way. This is how I need to do it. Okay. So then you get your own style. So then you get older, you play longer, you see more different experienced drummers. Then they create their own style. Because there was a drummer, I want to say it's a rock band. This dude, he played with one hand. He had an arm cut off or something. He a monster.
But he played with one. What was it? Not Def Leppard.
Two sticks. Two sticks with one.
I ain't gonna get the rock people mad at me.
Nah, don't.
But
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Do he play two sticks with one hand or one stick?
You mean two hands and two sticks?
No, you said he had one. He had one hand was cut off.
Oh yeah. One hand, one stick. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if it was one hand, two sticks.
Nah, but it was a If anybody rock and roll listening to this, y'all let me know what the name of that band is. But yeah, that dude was a beast, man.
Yeah.
He played with one arm, like he had one arm, like literally.
I said one hand. I was supposed to say one arm.
He didn't have a whole arm or hand, but yeah, that dude was a beast. So it was just learning different styles and techniques, and I'm pretty sure he was younger. He probably figured out how to set up his kit, how to get to different parts of the drum, stuff like that. But yeah, just learning the correct way. And I think that's what my mom instilled into me, was like, oh no, you're going to go to school. Like I went to high school and was going to a rock sound music school.
At the same time?
I was like, at the same time, yeah, I was like 14. So I would go to high school, go to basketball practice. Then she would drop me off at the train station. I'd take the train maybe 30 minutes away. But that's how serious I was about music. Like, she didn't have to worry about me not going to lessons, because of course my mom would check. She was spending, but I was like motivated, like, because I was going a good amount of distance to do some other things. But yeah, I would get off and I would go to the music lessons, and I would get picked up, and that was pretty much my days through high school. But yeah, so I had that professional teaching from a professor, because the drummer, he actually played a few gigs with over here with the Fugees and stuff. So, but it was a professional school, and yeah, he just showed me different styles, different techniques. Taught me how to teach, because I teach my students the way he taught me.
And you must like you liked what you did at that time because you're still doing the music and continuing to grow with the music and learning today.
Yep. Man, I love it, man. I still look at this is not from the drums, but on the production side, I still look at younger producers now coming up and still see how they produce. Like they ask me, "Cam, how can I make this better?" And I'll just go over and I'll see how they working or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty smart," or whatever. So I learned different things.
You can learn something from them after you teach them something.
Yeah, because then they'll look. They're like, "How did you do that?" I'll do it later. I'm like, "All you have to do is move that or shorten that wave thing and cut the sound off, and then it travels." And they're like, "What?" So it's like hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I love it. Even different artists, I record still, but like even different rappers, I like going to see how they record, different techniques, because it still changes. Even some of the production tools and programs, they kind of making it kind of lazy, simpler for people now. They're like, you don't even have to learn music. Yeah. We ain't gonna get into that like that. Oh yeah, you don't know no chords. You don't know how to sample. Get this program. Bam.
It's getting to a point where I talked to a young boy the other day. He said he recorded his whole album, mixed and mastered it on GarageBand, and the songs I listened to, I couldn't even tell he did that. They sound phenomenal.
I believe it. Yeah. Man, I worked with a cat in Florida when I was going to school in the recording arts school, and that's when everybody was knocking Fruity Loops. But this was a prime example of knowing that it's the person who's running the program. So I had a cat making stuff on Pro Tools, and I was like, well, bring that back so we can get it mixed up, mastered, whatever. And then dude was making stuff on Fruity Loops, didn't tell me where he was making it. I was just bringing stuff. It was he had guitars, he had everything. I was like, what are you using? He said Fruity Loops. I was like, your stuff sound better than the dude using Pro Tools.
Yeah.
And so it's all in the user, and he had a knowledge of the music stuff and the programs and what he was doing. So yeah, these guys, man, you can do it. You can record on your phone if you really.
Yeah, that's a young boy.
They got
man.
a studio.
It's a young boy. I know his name KYM Marco. He's cold with the garage band. Like it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And he's a pop artist.
Man, GarageBand is so dope. The GarageBand is pretty clean though. Like I give him that. I use that. I think I've used damn near every program, but yeah, GarageBand is one of the ones I like.
So I got another like question to ask you. That's you know what I'm saying crazy to me. When I first met you, your name was Kamm Killer. Where did the name come from?
Yeah.
And what made you decide to take the killer out the name? Where the name came from, Kamm Killer?
When I was in middle school, like I said before, I was kind of wild, but I was making beats and stuff everywhere. So everybody was like, man, he killing the beats. And then I guess every young man goes through these stages where you try to get into some other things, some other activities and stuff. So I started selling guns and stuff. So that name stuck. But then I stopped doing that, but people kept calling me that. So then it catch on. People know from Cameron, from Dipset. It was just like Kamm Killer. So then when I got here to Germany, it wasn't matching what I was rapping about. It wasn't, and that's what I wasn't about when I started rapping when I was like 24, 25.
Yeah.
I did my first mixtape was My World, then I did Camm Was My Name. So it wasn't matching because I had some music on there with positive messages, just party songs. And actually, there was no song never on there about killing nothing. So on any of the CDs. So then I thought about it, and I was doing that song, Tell Me When to Turn Up, and it just came out like that. You can go on with that negative, you can take Killer out of my name.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it from then. And then after that, actually, that's when I signed the record contract. And they changed, they left my name on the contract with just Kamm. And they was like, that was smart. And actually promoting over here, like I'm trying to, when I was starting getting on festivals and stuff, it didn't look good when we were doing a benefit concert featuring Kamm Killer.
Yeah.
You're like, we ain't coming to that.
He gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just a more mature mind state, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just seeing like, okay, this is how we're gonna promote it. Then I was listening to the music. Then it was just like, okay, I'm making party and bum music. I'm good with Kamm. And even when I DJ, people are like, so what's your DJ name? I'm like, Kamm. What's your rap name? Kamm. What's your Instagram? Kamm Is My Name. And it's like,
Kamm Is My Name. That's how that came about. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So like, I mean, my old friends. I mean, like, I like even if I get on the phone with you or something, I might be Camp Killer like that. That's respectful, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you from being around that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, new people, they don't really Camp Killer. They don't even know. It just sounds cool. They were like, that sounds cool. But yeah, and most time when I made it a point to be like, stop calling me, like, I actually went off on one person one night. It was like, yeah, go, like, don't call me that. But then I just learned how to, like, if I don't bring it up, nobody else bring it up, and it is, and it's gone.
So,
but then it also has to match.
I really be in tune with Kamm, so I see it's a single out. Is this a new single?
New Beginnings?
Gotta come back.
Oh, gotta come back. No, that's with my sister Danielle Graves. Now, that's my sister. She over here in Germany. She's from North Carolina.
Oh.
But she used to sing with Trouble Funk and any go-go band you can imagine. She sang with them, and so she's over here now touring, and she's been over here I think 6 or 7 years. And so yeah, we took a family trip to Amsterdam, and she used to live like 10 minutes away from the studio. And so when I would be in the studio too long, I would go to her house sometimes because I would stay at the studio for like 3 or 4 days. So I would go to her house for like just a few hours to get my mind out of the studio. And I had that song. And I said, what you doing? I said, you want to record? He said, bro, you know, I recorded it. And so when I brought to the studio, she recorded that. So I recorded that maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, man.
And we did the video last year. And then I just got it on Spotify and iTunes this year. And so that's why a lot of people think it's new. But hey, y'all, if y'all tuned in, go to Spotify, Kamm, gotta come back featuring Danielle Graves.
We're gonna play a little piece, so I ain't gonna give him too much, Kamm.
All right.
I ain't gonna give him too much.
And Killer E's in North Carolina too.
Let's do it.
Lay back like we waiting on the monsoon. Here come feel the drip like a wave move. And now I'm
Hey, y'all go cop that, man. That's enough right there now. That's 30 seconds,
the
man.
dude, the guy rapping right there, the artist right there, his name is Killer E, Eric Keller. He's from Gastonia. And he's from Gastonia, and he linked me up. Oh, man, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it now. But he linked me up with this guy. He produced this song on my first CD, Antoine Fox.
Yeah.
And he linked me up with him long time ago. And I was trying to get Antoine over here on the label for many reasons. He was sending us so many tracks. And so Antoine, anyway, kept working and kept grinding, kept doing what he's doing. He started this place. He had a studio in North Carolina. I forgot, the Audio Box or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, long story shorter, he's one of the dopest producers now, and was produced a lot of shit on the Babies album. His name is I Got 20 on My Beat now. I got 20 on my beat.
I done heard that. I got 20 on my beat.
Yeah.
I done heard that before.
That's my homie. So yeah, but that's how I got connected by the guy that's on that song, Killer E, on Gotta Come Back.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's crazy. So, Kamm, like, I know, man. I don't chief no more. I'm a retired chiefer.
Okay.
So I don't know if you done retired yet or whatever. But
no, I have not. I'm a firm believer in smoking pot to the fullest. I don't promote it. Like, you got to do it, but if you do it responsibly. And yeah.
So you still a connoisseur, I said.
Yeah.
So
yep, I'm trying to get my own papers actually.
I might could help you with that. We might need to talk further about that, my brother.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So the question I had was, is it legal in Germany?
It is not legal. You can still go to jail for it.
Oh.
But they have it's like an understood rule. It's almost like if you have under, let's say 0.5 or 0.7 grams, they'll leave you alone if you get caught with it. They'll throw you away, give you a little fine or ticket or something. Yeah. But if you got more than that, you can deal with an a-hole and they might charge you with distribution or something like that. But it's more accepted over here in certain parts, I would say, because I've been over here. Like I said, I was born here, grew up here. So you got to kind of know your area. You can't be in the middle. You can't be at a bus stop. and smoking a split.
Mm.
But they got the CBD shops here is getting closer to it, and they have the medical use over here. So that's cool. So they're taking steps forward to legalize it. And like Luxembourg, it's another country, but it's only like an hour away from where I live at. They just legalize it. And so I think it's becoming more acceptable. But like I said, that's what I really rap about is peace.
Yeah.
Peace, pot, and positivity.
Yeah. That's what you told me. I didn't forget what you said your genre was on the last podcast now.
Yeah. That was supposed to be the name of one of my albums, Peace, Pot, and Positivity. That's what that Aroma
Peace,
album. Did I show you that album cover?
Nah, I ain't see that. Peace, Pot, and Positivity.
Oh man, I had that cover done for 2 years. Corey did that. The matter of fact, the dude that's on that created the CUI, he did the cover for that. That joke is so cool because it's a white bird that represents the positivity. And then the bird is smoking the joint with the pot, and then there's something else is like the aroma is the piece.
Oh,
but yeah, it was.
It ain't too late to release that, Cam. The world need that.
That album cover is cool, but right now I think I'm gonna have to change the name of. Or I'm just gonna have to keep that cover for something else because the next album is gonna be called Damn Near Famous, and I'm
Okay.
Damn Near Famous. I'm gonna give everybody what they want to hear. All the funk, the old school. Like I got some funk stuff on there, but yeah, I say it now because we already working on the graphics. But the graphics is just a crate that nobody's opened yet, and it's gonna say "Damn Near Famous" wrapped in caution. So when y'all listen to the album, y'all gonna get exactly some music you ain't heard, what you haven't expected from me, and stuff that you used to hear from me. All of it. I ain't even saying it's all lyrical and stuff like that. It's just it's gonna be jamming. I'm putting skits in there and everything.
It's Cam. It's genuinely Cam. Yeah. That's what it sounds like it's about to be.
Yeah.
Genuinely Cam. You said something. I the last question I'm gonna ask you. You said something just now that I'm gonna give him the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give him.
Oh yeah.
Phone. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's one right now on Spotify, Kamm Digits. That's one of my mom's favorite ones, and my pops, like all her friends, they love that one.
Yeah.
And then I got another one with a bass player, but Digits is it reminds like it has a new funky sound, but it's just give me your phone number, give me your digits. Give it your phone, and then the bass line is boom, 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 and boy, that thing funky, you turn it
up. So that's the song we're gonna ride out with when the podcast's over with. Digits.
Let's do it. That's it. That's my shit right there.
Okay.
I told y'all some morning time. I'm gonna get my day started.
I just purchased it right now.
Oh yeah, hey man, when you listen to it, send me a message back what you think about it. Because, it's a story from verse 1 to verse 2. It is all about stuff that's going on now and how we used to do.
And the cover got a yellow rotary phone.
Yup.
Okay. See, I'm quick, Cam. I'm quick. That
nigga on it. He on it. Trevor Jackson Podcast is on it.
My dog, man. My dog. I appreciate you coming on, man, for part 2, man. I don't want to take too much of your time. I done took an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. We good. This might be the best time to do it.
Yeah, I done took an hour from my brother, and I got one question. I know you down with the funk. I rock with the funk. I grew up on the funk. The first hip-hop songs I love had funk in it. With Dre and Snoop Dogg. So,
yes, man.
One gotta go though.
Okay, one gotta go. All right.
One of these groups gotta go, and
okay.
It's the Funkadelics, the Isley Brothers, the Ohio Players, and Earth, Wind and Fire. Which one gotta go?
Oh man,
that's a hard one.
The Isley Brothers gotta go.
Oh God, over the Ohio. I was gonna say the Ohio Players had to go.
No, man, because there's a lot of funk happening in Ohio where Bootsy and all them come from. Yeah, like I'm a funk head. I know where a lot of them come from, and a lot of that funk came from Ohio.
Oh. Yeah, it's too much funk to get rid of the Ohio players, ain't it?
Yeah, nah, George Clinton came through there, and like and Rod Ivey, he didn't pay his taxes. No,
he didn't pay his funk taxes. That's what he did.
No, I was playing, but no, I would say I listen to more Ohio players, and I actually got to see the Ohio players.
Okay.
They came through one year to the was it the Ohio play? It was the Ohio play. They came through the Coomba Festival one time.
Coomba Festival. I was there. I remember that now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I've seen them. I was like,
yeah.
Yep. Do they still do that? Do they do the Coomba Festival?
Well, you know, they got the Corona Festival in the States right now, and all these people get they ain't nothing open.
Man, they opening the clubs here and everything. I said, no.
Man.
They just had a grand open. We're able to do gigs and stuff here, but this measured and taped out and everything is done right. But yeah, man, I can't wait till the Corona stuff is over there. And I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. Hey, y'all, don't let them fake festivals scam y'all out y'all money. I've seen a lot of posters and festivals like listing 40 artists gonna be there. I can tell you for sure they ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be 15.
So be careful when you purchase your tickets these days.
It's gonna be 15 artists, even if they even show up or the show happens. Period.
Yeah. Like, be careful. I don't know what came to my universe to say that on this platform, but y'all be careful where y'all spending y'all money on these festival joints.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell the people follow Kamm. Anywhere you can follow Kamm. Cooking Under the Influence is the dopest show online on social media.
And it's on Instagram and on Facebook. It's coming to YouTube next. But yeah, Cooking Under the Influence. You type that in right on Instagram or Facebook.
Man, that's a dope show. And what's the new music? What's the new album you said coming out again?
I'm not gonna put a date on it, but the name and the title of it is Damn Near Famous.
Damn Near Famous. I know it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And yeah, so we're gonna have, like I said, funk, some not too much rock, but rock trap, because I like that live instrumentation sound. So all of that, man, is just gonna be all together. And I would say 82% of it's done.
Yeah. Okay, so don't put a date on it, Kamm, because I'm gonna be looking for it. For real.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put a date on it yet because I gotta finish up some videos first. But
that's what's up, my brother. Hey man, It's 6 a.m. over here. It's noon over there, man.
It is noon. 6 a.m. It was a pleasure to be here on Trevor Jackson Podcast Show, man. Shout out to everybody that's supporting, and y'all keep supporting this man doing great things.
Hey, keep killing it, Kamm. Here go Digits right now, live.
Oh, that's my shit. No.
We out.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Yeah, that bass line.
Chill. Have a blessed day, my brother.
Most definitely, man. You too. I'm gonna keep listening to it. I don't want your Facebook. I don't want your Snapchat. Bitches on that. Hey, we can do it on too. Is it still recording?
I can edit it, my dude. Chill.